In our channel, we regularly speak about inspirational personalities from sports, business, and various other fields. We have spoken about entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and from sports, Ronaldo, Messi, Saina Nehwal, and so on. So on those lines, we are going to speak about another personality today. Before telling about who's the personality, I want to say this. When I was doing research about this particular personality, it was actually very inspirational. The moment I started this particular research, I felt a lot of goosebumps. So such as this kind of a personality who is none other than THYROCARE's founder, Mr. Velumani. So let's speak about his story. Mr. Velumani was born in Coimbatore district in a village called as Appanaikanpatti. Both his parents were landless farmers, so the family struggled to make ends meet. And he completed his undergraduation in BSc Mathematics at Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya. And after his college undergraduation, he was working with a company and for 150 rupees. And after some time, the company was shut down. And Velumani had actually searched job, went to 50 to 60 companies, and in all the places he was rejected, and particularly for a reason which is he did not have experience. So even at that particular time, what he does is he was very determined that one day if he is starting a company in his life, he will give preference only to freshers. And after that, he still searches for jobs, and finally he gets a job at Baba Atomic Research Center in Mumbai. And from that particular conditions, it was a big decision to go to Mumbai during that time. And Velumani travels all alone to Mumbai with just 500 rupees in his packet. And what happens is, for the first 3 days in Bombay, he just stays at the railway station, and slowly he gets a job, joins the job, and things starts progressing. For the next 15 years, till his age of 37, he was working with Bark. And one day he always asks this question to him, which is, did I come to Bombay to make a living, or did I come to Bombay to achieve something? And he found that and the answer was, he wants to achieve something. If he just wanted to live, he could have done that back in Coimbatore. So without any consultation, without consulting anybody, one day he resigns his job, comes home, and only then he informs his wife that I have resigned my job and I am going to start a new company. And thus was born THYROCARE with his PF money of 2 lakh rupees. And today, THYROCARE is a huge business conglomerate with thousands of employees and thousands of crores turnover. And Velumani has actually built a successful empire. And what made him actually resign from his job? Yeah, what he says is, though he did not make a consultation with others so that they might confuse him, it was a very conscious decision. It was not a risk, but it was a very calculated risk. And the reason he says is, during that 15 years of time at Bark, he had completed his MSc and PhD in thyroid, and he sensed that thyroid, it is a huge opportunity, huge market in India, because at that time India's population was more than 100 crores. And everybody has a thyroid gland in their body, and there will be a need for everybody to take a thyroid test. So let's build my business on this particular premise is what he decides, and starts his business, THYROCARE. And what are the reasons why THYROCARE is such a huge success? Two reasons, important reasons. One is, Mr. Velumani is referred as logistics king. So what is the reason? Because he has his centers all over India, but what happens is, The final test is actually done at one big laboratory at Mumbai, and then the test results are sent again through email. The samples are collected and sent through air cargo courier. And when he started, air cargo and email was a huge advantage for him. He made the maximum usage of these two provisions. The second important reason for his success is he actually costed his thyroid test at his center would actually cost only rupees 100, whereas at that time all of them were doing tests for rupees 1000. So he constructed his business on volumes, number of volumes. And the second thing is, when you go to test for 100 rupees, it is a win-win situation for everybody because it is going to cheap. It is cheap. He is creating value for everybody else. It is a value for him as value for the person who is coming to take the test. So the moment you create value for everybody, you automatically win is what he says. And second is, obviously, when it is for less rupees, instead of 2 persons taking the test, it is going to be 10 persons. So success comes to him through volumes also. And as thought earlier, he gives preference for freshers. So majority of the employees in his office are freshers. And finally, what made Velumani such a huge success, building such kind of an empire? He says two reasons. The first reason is poverty. He says that there is nothing like poverty which will give you the drive, and once you experience poverty, you can face any situation in your life. And second is, you are not going to lose anything in your life because you are actually starting from 0 and going to 10. So that is one thing which was personally very much impressed me, because we hear, or that is the truth for many of them, where because of poverty people say that we don't have many resources, but this man actually thought that particular poverty is a huge asset for him. So that is one thing which he mentions. And the second thing he says that the reason for his success is, I never dream of becoming victorious. I am always obsessed of attaining success. And he says that is a huge difference for just having dreams and becoming passionate and obsessed of attaining success in life. Such is this inspiring personality. So this is the story of this particular inspiring personality, Mr. Velumani, born in Tamil Nadu, setting up business in Maharashtra, and having centers all over India. This man is really rocking, and that is one reason I thought of making a video about him. And if you want me to make a video about anybody else or any other personalities, please leave it in the comment section. And thanks for watching the video. Have a very good day.